Good morning, Brian here from DAiM. Let's talk a little bit about the market and then a headline. On my mind is a bit about investor sentiment and more on the retail side of what's going on, maybe on the screen markets versus maybe large OTC buying from someone like Michael Saylor. So what we've been noticing lately kind of relates back and makes me think of a book that I read a few years back, Everybody Lies by Seth Steven Davidowitz. And in it, one of the things they talk about is when people talk with their friends and with other people in business, it's often a bit different than what they actually do and what they search on the internet. And what they search and do on the internet is really what's taking effect. So it seems maybe that a lot of retail is bored with Bitcoin. This is something that I thought was going to happen more in 2022. It might be actually taking effect now. So as we see is people are kind of searching for alpha and yield. And where are they getting that? Well, there's lower bracket DeFi names that are showing these wild, crazy yields, and people are rotating into those to gain more alpha because Bitcoin might be boring to them. So that leads us to Mark Cuban. I saw this funny caption here that Kraken put out. So basically, Titan Coin, it wasn't a rug pull. It was more probably a whale orchestrated dump, what it is. So he's into it, and now he's going to ride the back of Warren and say that there needs to be regulations. Maybe he needs to point the finger back at himself more, do more research, look at his team. I know on our end, researching coins is very difficult. There's not a system like Bloomberg out there where you can just log in and get a lot of data and see like researching tokens, DeFi platforms, where the yields are, tokenomics, even if you might say if that's really like a perfected thing right now, even on-chain analytics can be tough to find. So when we research new coins to possibly invest in, it's very difficult. Information is spread all over the place. But one of the key things is what are the big wallets doing? Are there 5 wallets that control more than 50% of the supply? And if that's the case, there's automatically something should go off in your head and say, wait a minute, could this be the victim of a whale orchestrated dump? So, these are things you got to look out for besides just, hey, this thing is popular. There's marketing behind it. It looks like it's going up and I'm just gonna buy. So there he is right there. This is kind of funny, I thought here. So let's look at one more and get into the state of what's going on here. Pardon me while I open this. Okay. So back to Bitcoin and where we are. So boring, what it is. We've had a lot of excitement to start the year, really push the price up. We even seen more recently a country, say that Bitcoin is legal tender in what it's doing, but yet there's not much for movement. And even Ether's kind of fallen a little bit to the boring side where people are looking for more. And, there was some narrative out about Bitcoin and smart contracts running on Bitcoin. And I think that there's a case for that to where, smart contracts can run on the best store of value. So let's look at here at the curve. This is from Dan Held. He's worth checking out if there's somebody to follow and get his report. But, the timeline, collectible and store value, I think we're entering more of the store of value here from many institutions in the way that they're looking at this place. Medium of exchange, that's a ways out, I believe, and I think that that's going to be more of the role of stable coins. But all in all, looking at this marketplace and what's going on, it seems that we're in a bit of a boring phase, yield reaching, and it might be a time just to be patient. I was just talking to a large landowner client recently, and we were talking about the marketplace, and it's a time where you slowly accumulate when you can. You conservatively put things out to lend in a safe way where you know what's going on, and you let this ride out until the momentum comes in again and starts pushing asset prices higher. Hope this was helpful. Have a good weekend. Thanks.